can I be Trey? Apple bomb. What? I want to be DJ. Dude, what are they playing right now?
Zero clue. So, I have DJ Ted, Trey, Bev, Applebaum, and then
Or Trey
I'll
the
just
Black
say I have
Stallion.
2 extra guests then.
Dougie, Trey the Black Stallion, Applebaum.
Doug,
Yeah.
Doug, this is Max and this is Zach.
Hey Max and Zach.
What's going on, Doug?
I know Max from the group chat.
He's in there too, believe it or not.
I keep forgetting that you're on
Cool,
there.
man. I could never
Jeez,
forget
man.
that. So.
It's kind of harsh.
Doug?
I could never forget Big Al.
Oh yeah, you're possible.
Dude, we got a Pokemon in here.
Hi, this is Mary
Oh,
Allison.
everybody get it on your phones and your laptops.
Yeah, we gotta boost up Doug's ratings. My phone's dead.
No idea why I'm shaking.
Come on, you got it, Doug. You're a minute late.
You're professional, man. You got it.
We gotta get on one.
Here we go, baby.
Welcome everybody to the Levis Effect, Season 3, Episode 3, as like I said, of the Levis Effect, only on WWSU 106.9 FM Fairborn Dayton. Dayton's right choice. With me today from the TED Report, DJ Ted.
Hi.
Also, a trainee, future trainee, Trey, the Black Stallion Applebaum, and then 2 other guests. Would you like to introduce you guys?
Hello, my name's Max Murray. I'm 18 years old. I'm Zach Bowling. I'm also 18 years old.
Awesome. Well, if you don't know my show, which the 2 that just talked about that, just introduce themselves, probably haven't heard a lot of my show, but every week I do a trivia question. I try and get rewards, but I don't have one today. I didn't have one last week or my first show. But this week's trivia question, and this is kind of if you're a hockey fan or you look it up, which most people do. The question is, who was the only player in NHL history to score in all 5 possible game situations in the same game? A even strength goal, power play goal, shorthanded goal, penalty shot, and an empty net goal. That will be at the end of the episode, and either you guys can guess it, or I will just say at the end of the thing, which you probably already know it.
I do.
There's a guest that had predicted Sidney Crosby. That's the wrong answer, but same team. But the first topic of the day is, before we go to that, I do have a call. Okay, never mind.
That was me.
Okay. That's why you gave me that weird face. First topic of the show is Josh Gordon and the fact that the Browns released him today. Not today,
Oh, no,
but
they released him during the weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
his career is blazed right now.
Well, I think he's definitely gonna get picked up by somebody.
Eagles.
It'll be somebody. He's too talented to not get another chance. The simple fact is, this man, he can't, as Stephen A. Smith would say, stay off the weed.
yeah.
Okay, and whatever your personal view on it is whatever. The NFL bans it. The NFL is his employer. If your employer bans something, you don't do it.
Yeah.
But that being said, I do believe somebody's gonna give him another shot.
Yeah, they were talking about the fact that there were 10 teams who were actually called him and are in the talks about picking him up. They haven't really, at last glance, at least for me, they haven't really come out with the 10 teams.
Right. Yeah.
But there are at least a third of the NFL did show interest in Gordon. Is there any thought for you guys, or thoughts or comments about Josh Gordon?
I think he'll either go to New England or the Eagles.
I don't think New England would touch him with a 100-foot pole. Because you really think Bill Belichick would want to put up with him smoking weed all the time?
Well, I mean, they need a receiver though.
They've got Chris Hogan and Julian Edelman
And Gronkowski.
and Gronk. Even though Gronk's body is made of glass. Oh, and I was showing Doug earlier highlights of Shea Patterson. Since right now he's just straight up balling. And
He's snapping.
He's going off.
Yeah.
And a player at UCLA's dad is saying that Chip Kelly is a lousy coach, and said that his success at Oregon was a fluke.
How about fluke? I mean, they're definitely not off to a very good start right now. That's
Neither
for
is
sure.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Nebraska is just not doing well. And the thing is, Nebraska's playing Michigan this Saturday. At Michigan. And
Was Harbaugh finally gonna get his boys ready to play in a big game?
actually, defensive wise, Michigan's incredible on defense. Like last 2 years, Michigan's been top 3 in defense.
It's just not top 3 in
Offense.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Offense.
oh.
Over
The
there.
thing is,
Offensive struggle.
okay. The thing is, we've had last year, we've had to basically play musical chairs with quarterbacks because Wilton Spate got hurt. He hurt his back against Purdue. Then Michigan got tired of John O'Korn and put in Brandon Peters.
Doesn't help that John O'Korn was absolutely garbage.
Brandon Peters got knocked out, like he was knocked unconscious for about 5 minutes against Wisconsin. And then John O'Korn, I swear on my life, he is paid to throw interceptions.
Yeah,
That last interception against Ohio State, he literally threw it at a defensive back.
but
When there was a tight end right underneath him.
I saw that it was absolute hot garbage.
It was just garbage juice.
Yeah.
And New England has no defense.
Well, before we continue, I do have to say this: the views of and opinions of the Levis Effect do not reflect the views and opinions of WWSU Radio, Wright State University, nor their entities. It's legal liability that I have to say it. So, but yeah, please continue.
It's just like, I mean, the only thing that's really been bothering Michigan right now is they finally found a QB, so they're actually doing something.
Right.
John O'Korn was a system QB, so before he was at Michigan, he basically was at he was basically at Texas Tech, where they just throw all the time, and the reading defenses was basically, okay, you're doing this, fine, do that. Instead of like at Michigan, where you're basically running an offense that you'd find in the NFL, where you need to actually need to be smart and read the defense. I mean, Brandon Peters was pretty good, but the play calling was just bad. So during the off season, like Jim Harbaugh got rid of his entire staff and started fresh.
Yeah, well, speaking of Harbaugh, you think he's on the hot seat finally?
No.
Do you? Okay.
I really
probably not.
don't.
Do you think he should be? Probably the better question.
I think if things don't get any better in like next year or the year after, I'd say yes. But there was an article done that quoted the athletic director saying that he wants Jim Harbaugh to stay there till the day he dies.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, because the AD was also a teammate of his when they were playing at Michigan together. So when they're playing, so that kind of bond, it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's locked in right now for sure, but if I were a Michigan fan, I'd be expecting better results than what you guys have had.
There are a couple of years where it was the 2016, they lost 3 games by a combined 5 points. So they were painstakingly close. They were within like 2 inches of beating Ohio State. It was the most frustrating game of all time.
They didn't, and
Yeah,
neither is
it's
Harbaugh.
The referees were terrible in that game.
Well, you know, that's something most Michigan fans would say, no matter what. You know,
No,
you take
like,
the L.
no, like,
You take the L. I
no,
mean,
like, really, if you see some of the calls,
I mean, I was watching the game.
Yeah,
yeah,
watch the game.
some of those calls were awful.
Well, I mean, referees are humans too, and
It's part
the
of the
fact
game.
of the matter is, Harbaugh he hasn't beaten Ohio State.
He had full right to freak out in that game.
Well, he did after the game.
That
Sure
was
did.
that was really actually him freaking out is really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I think that NCAA rule they put in is I think they did that just to neuter him. So it's like, oh, we're tired of you, so here you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm a Michigan fan,
It's frustrating at
He's-
times, but I'd take any of his teams over Hoke any day of the week.
well, I mean, record-wise, he's Brady Hoke 2.0 right now.
No,
They have almost an identical record to this point in their
the
Michigan
thing
tenure.
is, unlike Hoke, we're actually competitive and taken seriously.
You're competitive, but what's that say about a team where you get all these big games? You're close in them, but you at the
It's
same
close,
time you can't
but
pull
no
it off.
cigar. I don't know. I honestly think they're cursed. I honestly think there is a curse.
The Harbaugh curse, or
No.
Brady Hoke curse,
No,
honestly.
the little brother curse. In the little brother curse, I refer to that because in 2007, Mike Hart called Michigan State little brother, and ever since then, Michigan's been terrible. It also doesn't help the fact that we had the disaster that was the Rodriguez years and the malaise of the Hoke years, where they were a flash in the pan because they had Denard Robinson. Aside from that,
Right.
they didn't really do anything. I actually, like, for Devin Gardner, I felt bad for him because he's good. He just had a really bad staff.
So I'm not trying to.
I'm done.
Okay, you guys good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, continuing on to the NFL. Bengals are undefeated.
That's a sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's the same situation as
The Browns tied the Steelers, which was amazing.
Same with the Vikings, not
Yeah, it's
Vikings
crazy.
Raiders, but Vikings Green Bay.
Vikings, Green Bay. I really should have started Kirk Cousins in that game because he went off on that defense.
The funny thing about that, the Vikings Packers game is that they would have won it if the kicker actually made it. That brings me on to another point. What is going on with all these kickers the last 2 weeks? It seems like I've seen a predominantly more amount of kickers not making it. Because it's like Boswell missed I think is only 1 in 4, 1 in 5. Who normally by now is
Oh yeah, he's
4 and 5.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast. Vinatieri, I haven't really seen too much about him. The guy in I don't know if it was the Vikings player or the Packers kicker. The Vikings or the Packers kicker who actually whiffed it and would have won them the game. But, like I said, whiffed it and they tied. So what are your thoughts about the kickers the last 2 weeks?
High schools can have better kickers. There was actually a statement done by the Browns where they're right now having tryouts to have a new kicker.
Who is?
The Browns are having tryouts.
Who are their kickers right now?
I don't know, but for fantasy, I have the Pats kicker.
Oh yeah. Gostkowski.
Gostkowski, I have him. I actually did not pick. Gronkowski was available for drafting. I didn't pick him because his body is made of glass. He gets injured every single year.
Yeah. Puts up big numbers when he's out there though.
Yeah, he puts up big numbers when he's out there, but you can put up all the big numbers all you want, but if you're not healthy, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That's very true. I didn't really do much about the football because it's just getting into the groove of stuff, so there wasn't really much to talk about currently. But the new NFL coaches that, like, all of them are either not all of them, but some of them are 0-2, some of them are 1-1. What am I trying to think? What are your thoughts about the new coaches like this year, especially like with John Gruden, Matt Patricia, all of that stuff?
Both of them are terrible.
I mean,
That was his answer.
Gruden definitely got overpaid, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gruden got overpaid, and it's criminal how much he got overpaid. That's a waste of how many millions of dollars the Raiders gave him. And Matt Patricia is just awful. And the players apparently, there are reports that the players hate him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't really hear much. Really?
I guess so.
I've heard that about Gruden.
Oh, well, Gruden, and that's the thing about
That's
Gruden,
got
he's a
Gruden,
player's
yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
That's all he has. He's got to get those players ready to roll, because, you know, that's his whole thing, pretty much.
Yeah. Even though he is 0-2 the last 2 weeks. So, well, just we'll take a break, look up more NFL stuff, and then we'll come back. I don't know why I was doing so slow. Here's the thing, it's so slow. And that's the thing about this room, is it's either super hot or super cold.
Did you take a break just to turn that down?
No?
Oh, it
You got
feels
a
good.
anywhere, man?
I like when it's
You're
warm in
plugging
here,
my,
because that 90% of the time
yeah.
I'm freezing.
Believe me. Keep it on there.
No, like, whenever I'm in here,
Oh, it'll reach.
it's always set to 60.
Unplug one, I don't care.
Did you hear about Davis?
Vontae Davis.
Yeah.
Retiring at halftime.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
It's really funny, but it is awful.
Oh yeah, I'm just coming back
Yeah,
on. It's not saying it's currently.
it's a tangled up.
Like, maybe-
down there.
What?
Is it like maybe like 5?
You guys start talking really bad.
How many years? Like 5, 10 or something?
Yeah. That's I have 1 minute left. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I am having the sports anchor, Brock, the person, Jack Cole, the WDTN anchor.
Coming in.
Yeah.
I was watching Donald Glover do stand up on YouTube. And there was one where he talked about crazy boyfriends. That you always hear about crazy girlfriends. Why crazy boyfriend? Well, if you have a crazy boyfriend, you're gonna die.
True. I know crazy boyfriend that I can tell you. Donnie Gee is a crazy man.
Who's Doug?
WWSU 106.9 FM Fairborn Dayton.
Doug?
Dayton.
No.
Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to the Levis Effect, only on WWSU 106.9 FM Fairborn Dayton, Dayton's right choice. I just remembered about Davis from it looks like the Colts. Bills, sorry.
He used to play on the Colts.
He quit. He just full-fledged retired at halftime. What are your thoughts about that?
I love that. That's so funny.
I mean, well, if you're playing on the Bills, what are you gonna do?
I wouldn't expect him to full-fledged retire at in the middle of a game.
Well, I think what he said is that he just realized that he just wasn't physically ready for a whole nother season. You know, I think he was saying that he always told himself that when he felt like he was physically on the decline, that he would end it. No, I don't know about ending it right in the middle of the game. Maybe wait till after the game, but
Yeah,
I guess do it with style.
that was just kind of that was some of the stuff that I want to say aren't allowed on air, but it was a ballsy move on his part.
I thought that was a riot. He basically said, "Oh yeah, guys, I'm done. Bye. See you."
Yeah. Yeah.
His teammates hate him for that. So
Well, his former teammates.
his former
Yeah,
teammates now hate him for it. His teammates now are a recliner and a six-pack of beer.
Yeah, and what? Few million dollars in the bank.
Actually, a lot of former professional athletes go broke. They're in financial distress after like 5 years.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is that it also is just their lack of financial management.
I think a lot of it is they have so much money they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, but in 3 years, whenever I graduate with an accounting degree, I can be their personal accountants, and they can they won't have to go into financial distress.
Except like I think Michael Phelps retired for the 5th time.
Yeah, Michael Phelps keeps retiring,
And
but then it's like, oh,
retiring.
I still have juice in me, then continues to go. But this is some stuff that you guys will like, especially Trey the Black Mamba Applebaum. Manny Ginobili has he did it either a few weeks ago, a few months ago, that Manny Ginobili has retired from the NBA.
He's still alive.
Yeah, isn't he like in his 40s?
I completely forgot he was playing.
Yeah, he's an old man now, that's for sure.
I know he's so old. I think the stress of it got to him, so he lost all his hair. No, like he is bald now. I'm not.
He's got a little bit still. It's kinda,
he looks like as if he's about to be full blown bald soon.
he's still hanging on.
Yeah,
He's hanging on to what he's got. He's rocking it.
Yeah. Who do you think has the best chance of having a talented sophomore year from as you know from last year to this year?
Alvin Kamara, the Saints running back.
Well, for the NBA.
Oh, the NBA? I don't know because I don't really pay attention to the NBA, but I think that if Lonzo Ball doesn't pick it up, he's gonna be bust.
What? I mean, people are saying that he had a bad rookie year. He averaged 10, 7, and 7. For a rookie point guard, I don't know really what else you can ask for. Maybe, to shoot a little better. But I think he's got the skills. He's been working on his jump shot. Now he's playing with LeBron.
Yeah.
And he's got Rondo there, I guess sort of as a mentor now, too.
I heard that Anthony Davis might be there too.
Really?
Yeah, I heard little murmurs that, or some rumblings that it may happen.
I mean, I'm not much of an NBA fan, so you could be telling the truth or you could be lying. I have zero clue.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm honestly, in terms of basketball, I can be highly considered a bandwagon fan.
Really, who's your bandwagon this year, Doug?
Still the Golden State Warriors, but
Oh,
yeah,
Doug.
exactly.
What's this?
I'm a
you
huge
choose
bandwagon. I'm a huge Golden State.
That's
Bandwagon.
bandwagon fans are the worst.
Well, if I did have to choose the team that I do like, it would probably have to be the Chicago Bulls.
No, the Chicago Bulls are the only team where they beat each other. Because if you didn't know from last year, 2 players got in a fight. One got a black eye, and the other one got his jaw broken. They were both suspended. So they were the only ones who can beat each other.
Yeah, besides the record. Do you guys have any thoughts on
No.
Scott or Kyle? Scott's really Mike shy. Any
Yeah,
thoughts, Kyle?
Nope.
Okay. Well, early NBA Finals prediction.
Golden State and Boston.
Yeah, it's gotta be Golden State, Boston.
Because you've got, even though I think he still looks like he could be an 8th grade class president, Brad Stevens is a good coach. And with Kyrie Irving and I think with Gordon Hayward, they could make some noise.
Yeah. And for anyone who's listening, please call in. Please call in. Unless it's just noises, then I'll quickly end that call. But because I had a few of that last week, so I'm pushing my buttons right now.
Okay, I'm really tempted just to call and hang up again.
The fact that you already did that was weird. But the Seattle actually is in talks with the NHL. I'm going down now to hockey, which you probably not 100% with. Seattle is in talks with the NHL to possibly in the 2020-2021 season getting an NHL team. The information I've gotten so far is that it will be a $650 million entrance fee to be considered for an NHL team, but they have to pay that after the Board of Governors of the NHL Board of Governors approves that they can do that.
Yeah.
And actually the city approved it with a 7.0 approval rating, a spending of $700 million to renovate the Seattle Civic Center arena in Seattle. Do you feel like they should or shouldn't be getting an NHL team?
I mean, I think they should. They deserve another professional team after the Supersonics left.
Yeah. I think it would actually help with evening out the divisions, because I think currently the divisions are 8, 8, 8, and 7, because there's currently 31 after Vegas entered.
Yeah.
And also that was the entrance fee for Seattle is actually $150 more. Not $150. $150 million more than it was for Vegas. But honestly, it would increase rivalry between, at least sports-wise, between Canada and U.S. Because I do believe that there's I forget what team, but a team right above right above Washington State, on the border of Canada.
Yeah,
that would increase the amount of kind of I don't want to say anger, but competition between the two teams.
Yeah, that'd be a good rivalry. I would think.
Looks like I was wrong. The Pats might actually get Josh Gordon. We're making a deal with the devil and getting him.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is that they reported that already?
Yeah, they're close to it.
Huh. That might be. After our next break, we might have to talk about that.
They're making a deal with the devil. I don't know if they'd want to put up with him or not.
I think they're getting him mainly for the fact of his talent. I think if they do anything for him and get a deal done with him, it would probably have to be something low, like $5-10 million for him. What was his current contract with Cleveland?
They're also tired of only having. They're They're also tired of only having slow white people as receivers.
Yeah, I mean, Brady's been dealing with that his whole career.
Yeah, but someone who can actually outrun a defense.
Yeah, we are also getting a call, so hello? Okay, but yeah, so now I'm kind of on the verge of not accepting any more calls.
Do you want me to call and hang up again?
No. But it would add a lot to the Patriots if they do add Gordon.
I wanted the Pats to get Des Bryant.
They could possibly get both.
I wanted them to get Des Bryant, even though sometimes he can be a head case.
That's the thing about Brian is he's more egotistical than anything.
Well, can you imagine if the Pats had Terrell Owens,
Not sure.
Bill Belichick, and Terrell Owens in the same room?
Yeah.
One was compared to a grumpy lobster boat captain. The other one always wants more money and does really stupid things.
Yeah. But yeah, we will have to see with the Patriots and Josh Gordon about that. So,
I mean, he's definitely an upgrade over what they have, talent-wise at least. Mentally, I don't know about that.
yeah,
If
that's
there's
true.
anyone I wanted New England to get in the offseason, since he's ridiculously fast, but the Cowboys already have him, I wanted them to get Tavon Austin,
Yeah.
since he is ungodly fast, and they could use him in so many ways. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, Doug, there is a way of basically saying no to getting calls.
How's that?
If you unplug this little thing near,
You got a call coming in.
Yeah, I did unplug the thing.
good. Yeah, unplug it.
Take the call.
Okay. Oh,
One more call.
Unplug it, and because then when they keep calling, you won't get that. You'll have a silent show. I do that all the time on my show.
Take the
Really?
call.
I mean, I would think, it's good to have the community engaged.
Yeah. Well, not if they're always doing do-rag.
Well,
No, I've gotten a few prank calls. And
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I've gotten a few prank calls, like the classic, is Prince Albert running in a can?
What?
You want me to fix that for you?
And how's
Oh,
that
yeah.
end?
Hello? 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 How may I help you today?
Who do you think's going to go to the Super Bowl today for this year?
That's honestly a tough question for right now, because that's kind of an open-ended question for everybody here at the
Yeah.
studio. Is there anything for you guys to for that?
I really like the Vikings this year
The
to
Vikings
make it out of the NFC.
versus the. Let's see, Vikings versus.
Patriots.
Well, you always got
I want Brady to win a
I don't
sixth
want the
Super Bowl,
Patriots to
then
be
say, I'm
Bengals.
out.
right.
Yeah.
I want him to win a sixth and basically say, I'm out. No. Actually, you know what I think would be the most fun Super Bowl? Even though I don't really have an emotional attachment to either team.
What was-
Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. I think that would be such a fun Super Bowl because both are in the different conferences, and it's basically a battle for the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's gonna happen. The
Well,
Steelers, they haven't been doing
They
too
haven't
hot.
been doing hot at all. Is there any teams that... Say what? Okay. But yeah, I honestly think that a Philadelphia-Pittsburgh Super Bowl would be interesting,
Well,
but
it'd be
with
interesting for sure.
but the Steelers have been doing absolutely awful. As a Steelers fan, I can admit to that. They have been doing awful the last 2 days, weeks, especially with the fact that they tied with the Browns and then they lost to the 49ers.
Hey, the Browns are good, man.
Well, the Browns are better than last
Browns
year,
are
but
good
that's
at
not saying
tying
much.
and losing. Even during the draft season, Now, I think it was either my brother or my mom who isn't exactly the most football savvy person on earth, but the minute Johnny Manziel was drafted by the Browns, she predicted that, yeah, he's going to flame out, and I asked why, and she said, yeah, he's in Cleveland. Why would he be successful?
Yeah, they don't have a very good history of
No, they got like a
Winning.
or
QBs.
progressing quarterbacks, or really anybody for that matter.
Well, also the fact that every time a coach gets something going, they fire him.
Fire him.
Like, I think they almost fired Hugh Jackson.
Well, he's 1-32-1 now, something like that.
Yeah, but things like that. I heard there's a power struggle because some want continuity and some actually want to win. But if there's any team I think's on the rise, is San Francisco. They may not be that great right now, but a few years down the road, they will be a good team.
Yeah, why so? I think my dark horse in the AFC right now is still the Chargers. Philip Rivers is probably the best quarterback that nobody talks
What about wait a minute? What about Vikings and Rams?
But yeah, the Rams. I think
Jared Goff has finally taken off, and that defense with Aaron Donald and LaMarcus Joyner and Marcus Peters, you could do some mad damage in the NFC.
I mean, I think they might just still be another year away, just because I think the Vikings are so good this year.
Yeah.
Their defense is probably one of the best in the NFL. And then they got a huge upgrade at quarterback, and they got weapons on the outside on that offense.
What about do you think the Eagles could repeat?
I don't know. I think they're gonna have a tough time getting by the Vikings.
Repeating, it's gonna be tough.
I mean, they got a shot. They got a really good shot. They got a great team, but that NFC is just so deep this year. It's gonna be tough.
Or the Packers could pick it up.
Yeah,
That NFC is wide open, man.
I actually think the Rams are going to make it to the Super Bowl this year. When you look at their players, you go from offense, Jared Goff is going off this year already. Todd Gurley every year, his numbers are outstanding. Then you look at their defense, from the line all the way to the secondary. It's just everyone you know. You got Ndamukong Suh on the line.
Wait,
pick up this year.
Wait, who picked him up?
The Rams.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got.
Is
And
he
Donald.
a D end or is he a nose tackle? Is he nose tackle or
He's
D end?
tackle.
Tackle.
Oh, he's the nose tackle.
Yeah, but that defensive front is scary good.
I think
now.
they play 3-4, so I
Who's
don't
the
think he's in
linebackers?
the middle.
Who are the linebackers? Because I don't know that either. Because I know that on the Chargers, it's basically Joey Bosa and about 10 other people.
honestly, the team that I'm kind of surprised by and might have a good year this year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Fitzmagic, he's working right now.
The thing about him is I've had him the last 2 weeks on my bench, and I didn't start him either week, and he scored like 50 points or like 40, 50 points.
Yeah, well, I think Jameis may have lost his job.
I think Jameis lost it, and I think part of it is he needs to know how to keep his hands to himself, because there was the allegations he had at Florida State, and then now he got allegations of groping an Uber driver, so he just needs to watch it.
He's a very hand-friendly person.
He is.
Not with himself, but other
No.
people.
Yeah, he's not personal handsy, but he's handsy.
Is his mentor Bill Cosby? Because I think.
Oh, I can't really compare him to Bill Cosby.
Different methods. There are methods.
There's definitely a lot of different methods to that situation than what Jameis than Winston is.
It's pretty fried, man.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Very fried.
But going into baseball, there's been some speculation, at least for Bryce Harper, that he may get traded. Do you think that's the case? That the Nationals...
It's past the trade deadline.
Well, like in between.
He's going to be a free agent this year.
If he's traded, go to the Reds because the Reds have absolutely nothing to lose right now, and
The
that's
Reds
my
have
team.
good offense. Reds have very good offense.
I like
They need pitchers.
Billy Hamilton's there.
He needs to learn how to hit, but yeah.
I think Joey Votto's on his way out.
No.
No?
He's got like
No.
4 years left in his contract.
I think he wants to leave. I think he's
No, he
tired
wants
of
to stay.
Honestly,
He loves Cincy.
Votto is probably going to stay with the Reds for at least
career.
3
Well,
years.
I mean, he's still locked up for a while, man.
Yeah, he's still got a few years left,
Yeah, he's
making
got a while.
$25 million a year.
I think there should be a salary cap in baseball.
Yeah,
If
just
the-
so they don't do what they did with Homer Bailey again.
If the NFL
That's
and the
it.
NBA have salary caps, then they should have salary cap too.
That's true. Then
Yeah.
power teams like the Yankees can't stay good forever.
They can't buy a team.
Yeah.
Even though the Yankees, are they doing well this year?
Yeah,
They are.
Wild
They'll probably
card.
they'll make a wild card for sure.
They got a scary game in the wild card though with the A's. It's gonna be a good one.
The Yankees are
What about-
91 and 58.
What
so
about the
they're-
Cubbies?
Oh yeah.
The
Cubs
Cubbies
are
are
first
top.
right now.
Yeah, the Cubs are top the NL Central with a 87-62 record.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean they've been doing hot the last few years, but not as hot as when they won the World Series.
Okay.
Yeah, their
the
talent
Okay.
dipped after they won. for
The
sure.
most
for sure.
recent game I went to.
Not much though.
The most recent game I went to was a 4th of July game for the Reds. They were up 7-2. They lost 11-8
It's their bullpen.
in 11 innings.
They need pitching. That's
Yeah,
all they need.
yeah.
They have
They
one
got
of the
they got
best
one of the best
offenses.
lineups in at least in the National League, I would say.
Okay,
They got
I
young
s-
pitchers coming up.
Yeah, we're getting a call who I see may get it. Hello? Hello?
Vice Effect?
Say what?
Is this the Levis Effect?
Yes.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Is LeBron James the greatest of all time?
Yes.
Yes.
My uncle disagrees, but he is.
Who's he say?
Almost.
Jordan or Kobe?
MJ.
MJ? No.
Says LeBron doesn't hold candle to him.
No,
My
LeBron
Lord,
could.
raise
I
it.
think no. If you want to go by physical specimen, LeBron James instantly.
Oh,
LeBron
for
James
sure.
is built like a battle tank. I think he's like a racehorse. Because no one can be that big and that fast. And he could have easily played football in college too.
Yeah, that's the thing is LeBron James right now, no doubt, best ever player in the modern day era. There is still a slight argument against Jordan, but more times than not, he is the best player of all time.
Alright, well tell me this. Do you think that when LaMelo Ball enters the NBA, within the first year there will be talks of him being the greatest player of all time?
No, his dad will because the dad's
Absolutely not.
no.
Yeah, he went pro at 16.
Yeah, and he went undrafted in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Say what?
Have you seen his jump shot?
I have not.
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
It's so,
Point it at half court switch. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, if you shoot the ball 40 to 50 times a game, you're bound to make one from half court.
Do you have the same opinion on Kobe Bryant?
No, Kobe actually proved himself.
Honestly, I was about to say the same thing as Kobe actually proved that he could do that stuff on a semi-regular basis.
So, to end this phone call, what is being said is that Kobe Bryant is going to be the future LaMelo Ball.
It makes no sense.
That
One
makes
second.
absolutely zero sense. Okay, let's continue on that. No comments.
He's like 40 years old with the back of a 90-year-old man.
Yeah, let me let him in.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, he that's the thing about him is he consistently proves himself on a semi-consistently basis that he could actually make some of the shots that some people like dream of making on the level he has.
Well, I don't think he was on Red White B-Ball's level yet.
That's true.
There's a big difference between Red White B-Ball and him in professional.
There is a big difference. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah, we were better.
But with back to Bryce Harper, could you see him being on a different team coming April?
He will be on the
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
will, without a doubt, be on the
I can see him being. Let's see.
And well, what team though?
Unfortunately, the Yankees.
I can see
It
him
would
on the
make
Yankees.
sense.
Where at?
Outfield.
Who are they getting rid of?
No one.
Nobody.
DH.
I thought. Wait.
Outfield to DH.
What about Miami?
Have a DH.
Maybe,
No
but they don't
way.
have much to build around.
Yeah, they don't.
right now.
If
They
you're a
got few
Harper,
more
why would you
years.
He
Yeah.
wants to go somewhere that's going to win.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Baltimore.
Red Sox.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I don't know about that going to win.
Are you aware of how Baltimore's done this year, though?
The
Yeah,
White Sox.
yeah.
I don't. White Sox.
Yeah.
No, White Sox have the worst record in the league this year. They're worse than the Reds. I almost saw a fight at that last Red game.
No, Baltimore has they're 43 and 106.
They're what?
It's pretty good.
Baltimore is 43 and 106, and the White Sox are 59 and 90. But continue.
Well, either way,
They suck.
yeah. But the thing is, when I was at that last Reds game, there was a drunk Reds fan and a drunk White Sox fan. And this lady says, "Oh, come on, we're losing to the White Sox." And this lady says, "Well, I'm a White Sox fan." I'm like, I'm going to say, "Oh no, I see where this is going."
Did they fight?
I think someone stopped him, but had this little movie. It's like, this will be like something out of a movie if this happens. Or that could be featured on ESPN. Either way, if it goes on ESPN, that would have been one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Come on, man. type
Yeah,
of thing.
come on, man.
Could-
Or,
say what?
or in this case, be like, come on, girl.
Yeah. There's slight speculations that Mike Trout actually could be traded, or if
No
he
way,
is.
Yeah, I don't see
No
that.
way.
I
man.
can't see him.
Nope.
The Angels have a decent team. They're just not quite there yet.
Yeah.
They always seem to be right there, but just can't really get in.
We're getting another call in, so let's see what they have to say. Hello? Okay. On that note, you get sticking with baseball. You get 3 pitchers to pitch in your game. Who do you pick? It doesn't matter what position they normally play. Like Chapman, you could use him as an opener. You could use.
I was about to say, throw Chapman out in the outfield or something.
Well, no, like you get 3 pitchers that are already considered pitchers, but it just doesn't matter how they pitch
If
in
they're
the
a
game.
starter or
Yeah, it
reliever.
doesn't matter if they're a starter, reliever, closer. As long as they're a pitcher, you can pick them up. You get 3.
Chris Sale, Max Scherzer, and Jacob DeGrom. That's easy.
I don't know enough about baseball to make
I'd say
an
the same
honest
thing.
assessment.
Throw Kershaw in the mix there too, or
Yeah.
Corey Kluber. But
I
those
like
guys are on top.
I like Sale and Scherzer, and then probably for the third one it'd either be Price or Kershaw for that third spot.
Mine is probably Verlander, Kershaw, Chapman. I think all of them average about around a 2.5 ERA over like, what, 100 innings?
Well, not
A lot more
Chapman.
than that.
Not Chapman, but like,
Yeah, the starter
Kershaw
got a couple
and
hundred.
Chapman. Not Chapman. Kershaw and Verlander.
Yeah, they're a couple hundred.
Like I asked last week, I'm gonna ask this every week until the playoffs start. Who do you think is of the wild cards? Who do you think is going to make it?
I guess. I know the Indians just won their division. So.
Yeah. Well, nobody else from that division's making it in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I could see Cleveland going to the World Series, but then blowing it again because they're Cleveland.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to make it out there.
Not this year.
AL is deep. Yeah, I gotta say I like the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
I think Diamondbacks, Rockies, and Dodgers. I think the combination of those three, I think are gonna make it. Honestly,
it's good to see that. It's good to see that the Dodgers are actually successful again.
I think the Dodgers will pull away with it ahead of the Cardinals. They're tied right now, but I think the Dodgers will pull that out, and then Milwaukee will have the other spot.
If the Reds can beat the Cardinals, the Dodgers can beat the Cardinals.
Dodgers have only won one game against the Reds this year. 1-6.
Wow.
Yeah,
Honestly,
for the NL, I see the Brewers and Dodgers for at least the wild card.
Yeah.
I don't think Arizona will make it, and I think the Cardinals will fade off.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I really find amusing in baseball is when managers get ejected, they get thrown out of the game. Like especially when Lou Piniella was coaching.
Yeah.
That would have been like when he did it. I thought he was legitimately going to strangle the umpire. And,
stealing bases.
And Bobby Cox. But the best when it comes to getting mad at referees is, farm behold, Bobby Knight. Especially that one in the Pan Am games where he throws the chair across the court.
Yeah. Do you have another call? So.
Oh God.
Hello. Okay. Okay. So from now on, up until I say it, which is probably not gonna be for another few weeks, not accepting any more calls.
Oh, Doug, we got gotta have their input.
But for the AL, probably American. AL probably Yankees Athletics.
Yeah, it's pretty much locked in. Right?
Yeah, that's already locked in.
Who's gonna win that wild card game though?
Yankees, probably.
Think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good game. The A's are scary this year.
Yeah, they're currently 90 and 60.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly is, which is surprising for the Athletics. Some end of the show news. The men's soccer team, will be facing Eastern Illinois tomorrow here at Wright State, starting at 7.
Oh, I thought they were playing tonight.
That's a women's. Oh no. Not sure.
Okay, the reason why is I'm actually on call for that one. I might be doing that game or I might not be doing that game.
Yeah.
I have to practice on that one, but I'll tell you guys a funny story of about after the show about when I was actually broadcasting a basketball game one time. When I was doing commentary.
Yeah, let's hear it right now.
Alright.
As long as it doesn't involve language. Of course.
What about the word damn?
Not sure, but let's just avoid that word.
Say darn.
That's a naughty word.
Darn.
I'll say, okay, I'll paraphrase and you guys. Alright, so I can't remember who I was doing that game with, but Wright State was just messing around with the ball because they didn't shoot the ball until it was 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and I said shoot the dang ball, and I got in trouble for that.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that word, if it's against the rules or not, but yeah, there'll be
Actually, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, so I essentially said, oh, shoot the damn ball.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble for that, so.
The women's volleyball team will be facing Milwaukee Friday night starting at 6 p.m. here at home. And kind of a final small, like, I don't want to say argument, but topic to discuss is earlier in the summer, Ronda Rousey was inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame. Thoughts about that?
Didn't she get the snot beat out of her?
In about 4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is true. But she is.
Yeah, she's one of the greats, I would say.
Yeah, she is.
She's one of the greats.
Recognizable women wrestler.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
for
say-
sure. She definitely made a name for herself. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Not that, but also in Fast and the Furious. Her acting career. I don't know why I brought that up.
It's essential for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Well-rounded person.
Oh,
She-
yeah.
Today in sports history, in 1897, Joe Lloyd shot a 162 in the third U.S. Golf Open at Chicago Golf Club in Wheaton, Illinois. And then games to watch this week, and if I miss any, you guys can just chime in. Tonight, the Seattle Seahawks will be flying into the Windy City to face the Bears, decide who will be 1-1 and who will go home winless. Kickoff is at 8:15. You can watch the game on either NFL Ticket, ESPN, or watch ESPN. Also tonight, the Cincinnati Reds will be rolling into Milwaukee as they face the second place NL Central Brewers with first pitch at 7:40. And a third game to watch this week is Thursday night. Will match up the New York Jets as they soar into Cleveland as they face a brand new Cleveland Browns team starting at 8:20, airing on the NFL Network. At the beginning of the show, I asked who is the only player in NHL history to ever score 5 goals 5 different ways.
We got it.
Both even strength, power play, shorthanded, penalty shot, and empty netter. And this gentleman has the answer. Who is it?
Wayne Gretzky.
No.
No. It's Mario something. His
Oh,
last
Mario
name.
Lemieux?
Mario Lemieux.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super Mario? Yeah, you guys don't know him.
But he knew the answer.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that he looked it. It looked like he looked it up.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Coming from the person who didn't even know how to say Lemieux. And then just things to mention for next week's show. I'll probably more than likely have the same group of people in the studio.
We have a good time.
Yeah, Trey Bap Applebaum, also known as Trey the Black Stallion Applebaum. The other two, Kyle and Scott, and then a studio audience. Also, I will be having Jack Pohl, WDTN's news sports anchor, on the show, as long as he's not out of town. Because he was supposed to be here this week, but was in Miami, so he couldn't come. But thank you for everyone listening to the show. As always, I'm DJ W2 Fresh. This is the Levis Effect, only on not WDTN. WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn Dayton, Dayton's right choice.
We're listening to WWSU.
Wait, Dougie,
What a show.
Wonderful.
What a show.
I was listening to
What do ratings look like?
What
brother?
a show.
Dude, come on, phone calls next week though, Doug?
What are the ratings looking like, my
What are the
brother?
ratings looking like?
4 hours of online listening. Max, I've had 8 listeners.
That's almost 800,000.
Not
That's
quite.
That's an improvement over last week.
Yeah, we had 7 last week.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, 8.
And more.
Yeah, stop it.
Good show.
That was.
playing some NWA, Dougie. Some NWA.
That's from the book.
That's the thing right there. Hey, can you someone turn off the?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna start calling you.
I don't feel like touching this. Doug, this is my job, okay? This is my job.